What's up, guys? Welcome to another video here. Today we're doing a modern cube draft, and I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but I thought this would be a great way to kind of get back into the groove of things. With graduate school being kind of stressful lately, I thought this would be a pretty good use of our time together. We can just enjoy something that's not out very often online for us, so we get to enjoy the next iteration of the modern cube. So let's take a look at our opening hand here. No cards really jump out to me as being really powerful, unfortunately. Honestly, like the cards that are most interesting to me are these dual lands. Awakening Zone is not bad at all. Neither is Duskwatch Recruiter or Reflector Mage, but then this forces us into a second color. Alternatively, Oblivion Stone, Young Pyromancer, not bad. Siege Rhino is a great card, 3 colors. I don't know if I want to dive into 3 colors right now. So Awakening Zone, kind of the card I'm leaning towards taking here. Pack 1, pick 1. And so, again, nothing too powerful, but that's what we're going with here. And here, again, we have, if we want to go green, we got Elves of Deep Shadow. Alternatively, we have some really powerful options at the top end here, like Thundermaw. I really like Progenitor Mimic. I think it's a pretty solid card. In the cube. A little expensive, but it can get the job done. Honestly, my favorite archetype is blue-white, and I don't know if I want to force it necessarily. But Thalia is also a really powerful card that is really interesting to me. With that said, I think Thundermaw is the most powerful card in the pack. So if we end up somewhere in like green-red, I wouldn't mind. Oracle of Muldaya, just way more powerful than anything here at all. That's the card I think I'm going to take here. Ewit! Ewit is great. Let me make sure there's nothing quite... I mean, there's Shelter Thicket. Might Wheel. Probably won't. But Ewit just is too powerful. Too powerful to pass up. Star Compass. Yes. That's colorless ramp. And if we end up in green, just mono green, it'll be a great place to be. So we might not be playing this Thundermaw, but so far we have a really good shell of a mono green deck. We kind of just need to fill it with some powerful top end here, and a little, some more early ramp, like some elves down at the bottom there. But overall, I think so far it's going. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you guys here. Let's move the sideboard out of the way. But hopefully you should be able to see it a little bit better now. Let's see. But what are we looking for here? Like I said, some more top end, more early ramp. I think Awakening Zone is good. I'm not sure, I'll be honest. I think it's gonna be good if we have a lot of things to ramp into. It's just like this. We just need a way to use that mana, really. So hopefully we end up with something good. And the great thing, the best thing to do at the top end is really to cast cards that generally net you more mana. Sorry, not necessarily more mana, but more card advantage. So keep the cards flowing. So like Avenger of Zendikar doesn't keep the cards flowing, but it has a really powerful ETB effect. Cards like Primetime we're looking for. Blue is really open right now. That's the thing. The only problem is none of these blue cards are good, so it's hard to tell. I think we want to just... Because, yeah, the green is... We could go green-white. Mirror Entity is pretty good, especially when we have Awakening Zone. Just bringing out a bunch of O1s and then turning them into whatever we want. Oh, okay. Looks like they chose for me. That's fine. Wow, Pack Rat. So now I kind of wish I'd taken that Temple. Alternatively, Cyclonic Rift making it this far may mean that blue really is open. Again, we have Hero's Downfall and Pack Rat still here, so I don't know what that tells us, but I do think Rift is the more powerful card. This is more of like a 7-drop than anything. Pilgrim's Eye. keeps the cards flowing basically, and can help fix if we end up in multiple colors here. We'll see. I think we want to maybe take the Rhino, not necessarily play it. Thalia. So we could end up somewhere in like green white splash black. But we could go straight up green white. Revoker is solid sideboard material. Or we could just go Abzan, right? Black was relatively open. I really wish I'd taken that Temple of Malady now. But, and of course our 3-drop slot is kind of packed. At the same time, I want to play cards that actually impact the board, and I think most of these do. It's just a matter of finding. I think our green cards are the best here, though. But looks like we could just end up green white. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of the more aggressive creatures here. I see no reason to go into black just because of Siege Rhino. It's not that great of a card. And especially if we end up just green white. I mean, the Awakening Zone Mirror Entity combo is cute, but we may need room for other spells in here. So with that said, we'll see. We'll see if that's the direction we go into. Lignify is not a bad card at all. I think I prefer it over Temporal Isolation because you get to take away abilities too. So it's a solid piece of removal, kind of. Yeah. Chain to the Rocks, not quite. But it looks like white is open. So maybe we can try to find our way into white. Creatures you control gain first strike. Yeah, so I mean it kind of revolves around synergy, but we could definitely pull off a board state that really hammers our opponent with Mirror Entity, Pilgrim's Eye, Hodrick, and Awakening Zone. I mean, where did Awakening Zone go? Let's keep it in there for now. Radical Mystic is a ramp, not quite the ramp we want. At the same time, Archangel Avacyn, if we're trying to be green-white here, may be really good. Yeah, I kind of like Archangel Avacyn. Yeah. I think that's a good card. I think cards we want to pick up now are some top-end, like Planeswalkers. If we can pick up Elspeth Sun's Champion, that would be really strong. Baneslayer Angel. All of these would be really fantastic pickups at this point. Because we kind of have our mid-game. We kind of just need to solidify an actually powerful top end, and maybe a little more in the 2-drop slot, like Mana Rocks. If we can find like a Cold Steel Heart, Mind Stone, I think those would all be really powerful additions to the deck. There's a Shrine, right? That does what I think it does. Yeah, creates colorless mirror whenever you cast a white spell, basically. I mean, you have to sack it. Alternatively, we have Revel Arc, but the only thing we have that work with Revel Arc right now is Eternal Witness, Pilgrim's Eye, and I guess Mirror Entity. I guess Oracle too. Revel Arc doesn't seem too bad as long as, we haven't seen any green-white lands either. I mean, Traverse is the kind of card that I think will wheel. So, Sun Titan, yes, absolutely. That's the exact card we want here. And maybe we can wheel Bygone Bishop or Polukranos. But yeah, that's perfect. We needed some powerful cards to have a reason to be in white. And I think these are all doing that. At the moment, there's no reason to go black. If we like, what's that card? It's Obsidat. If we find an Obsidat, maybe there's a reason to go black and then like splash for Siege Rhino and Obsidat. But the thing is, Obsidat is really really powerful card, but really difficult to splash. I mean, it's double white, double black, colorless, and so it doesn't leave much room for like forests. which we'll be playing a fair amount of if we want to cast cards like Eternal Witness. So we really want to look for here Temple Gardens, probably, if we want to consistently be able to cast most of our spells. Farseek, Stirring Wildwood. Alternatively, we have some swords, and swords are great in a strategy like this where we're trying to push through damage. Unfortunately, Sword of War and Peace is not the greatest. And Farseek basically says, I think I'm actually going to take the Stirring Wildwood. We're not a ramp deck. Baneslayer Angel, yes, yes. Now I kind of wish I'd taken the Farseek, but it doesn't matter. I think fixing is also really important. Because Farseek, if you don't have a forest to actually cast it, doesn't do anything. And the chances of that happening are pretty slim if we'll make our mana base good. But actually, Odric and Baneslayer Angel are actually pretty sweet together. So I'm kind of looking for a little bit more removal now. Things like Path to Exile, maybe. Soldier of the Pantheon is not bad. I don't think we're going to be that type of deck, though. So I think Sylvan Advocate is slightly better in our build. And so kind of just get aggressive also works with Stirring Wildwood. And I don't think we're going to see Farseek come back. I think that card is slightly too good. But it would definitely help our deck here. Aethersphere Harvester. Myria Angel, also not a bad card. Harvester can get crewed by a fair amount of things in our deck, right? It's crew 1. Yeah, I think Harvesters, there's a lot of aggressive strategies in the format. And while that does clog up our 3-drop slot, I think it's important to not have like mono red be an auto loss. So of course we have Baneslayer Angel, Aethersphere Harvester, and some Glorybound Initiative. So we have good ways to fight against mono red. At the same time, we just got to be careful because that's the kind of deck that is very easy to draft in an environment like this, in this cube. So when someone drafts mono red, they tend to have all the pieces they need. They're not really fighting over it with someone else unless you kind of get unlucky. So I think we're in a pretty good spot in terms of being able to handle the strategy in the format. I think Control might be our most difficult matchup. I think Eternal Witness may help in that regard. Collective Effort. Put a +1 on each creature target player controls. A short target enchantment. Yeah, we could play that. I think. Rex Sage, I think that's mostly sideboard material. Again, our 3-drop slot is really packed here. We may move the Aethersphere Harvester to the sideboard, but we kind of want to fill out this part a little bit more. But overall, this draft is going quite well, I think. I think we have really good top end. And a lot of the times in a slower format like this, that's all you need. Yeah, we could play the Shrine. Combos with Mirror Entity. Just pop the Shrine, make them all into a bunch of big stuff. And it also kind of combos with Sun Titan. I mean, that's very slow, of course, but you can always get it back and just kind of get one every turn, kind of. So yeah, not great, but it's something. Right? Bygone Bishop or Mimic Vat? Probably Bygone Bishop. We have a lot of creatures. Now this is where it kind of dries up, right? For some reason we end up Naya. I'll take Lightning Mauler. Don't think we're gonna be Naya though. I guess I gotta take in the Fatal Push just in case we end up being Abzan. Just in case we don't have any playables, this deck, this card is not really main deckable. Perilous Mirror. I mean, when it dies, it deals 2 damage to target creature or player. If it was just 2 mana, deal 2 damage to target creature or player, I might have actually... This is a late Gonti. That is a very late Gonti. It might just mean people don't know how good it is. Soldier of the Pantheon is a nice card to come back around. So here I think the swords were... Ooh. That's a lot of good black cards. There's Banishing Light. Ooh, there's Temple Garden. I think we... Ooh, there's also Avacyn's Pilgrim. Oh, man. So Stirring Wildwood made it really late. Maybe Temple Garden also makes it late. And hopefully we get to wheel at least Temple Garden, Banishing Light, or Dusk Dawn. But I think Avacyn's Pilgrim is just premium spell here. Especially if we have all these 3-drops, which we'll probably end up cutting out some of them. But at least that we have them, we can curve into them pretty well. We're going to have to just decide what kind of deck we want to be. We might not... I don't think I'm going to play the Shrine. Prismatic Lens, 2-mana ramp, kind of fixer. There's also Thalia, but we do have a fair amount of non-creature spells. Angel of Sanction is pretty good, but again, we have a pretty good 5-drop slot as it is. I think Prismatic Lens is going to be the best card here for us. I think something from here will be wheeling, so I don't mind too much, but I think making sure we get some of that ramp is really important. And Soldier of the Pantheon we might be kind of like bigger than this. We're not that aggressive. In that same idea, we might end up cutting Glorybound Initiate. But we'll see how it all plays out. I think it's pretty safe to cut Soldier here though. And definitely cut out some of these. Ooh, Cast Out. I think we are pretty lacking removal, and I think Dictate of Heliod will wheel. Oh my god, there's a Whisperwood Elemental too. No, I think it has to be Whisperwood. I think this card is just nuts. Just nuts. Especially with Mirror Entity as well. I mean, any way you can flood the board. With that said, I don't think I want any more top end, right? Collective Effort probably gets cut. Oh man, Hero Blade Hold. Wow, yeah. Come here, Hero. Come here. You are definitely getting played. Courser or Fixing. I think we'll take Fixing. Like I said, 3-drop, pretty packed here. I don't think we need to try too much harder to make that area work. So any way we can get a kind of green-white land. In that sense, I'm probably going to cut Aethersphere Harvester. Just kind of lower that 3-drop bulk a little bit. Yeah, I think this deck is going to be pretty solid. I think generally white aggressive, kind of white mid-range aggressive decks, whether it's white-blue or white-green, will do pretty well. Path to Exile. Perfect. Bloom Tender is not bad at all. Kasali Pridemade, definitely good sideboard material. We wouldn't be playing Solemn Recruit, but Path to Exile is the kind of removal we need to actually get through with our threats. And then you can also E-Wit it back. I think that's great. Good spot. So I think our deck will have maybe one major weakness, and that's going to be against hard blue control. Maybe very difficult to deal with. Similarly, other go wide strategies may be difficult to overcome, but that's why I think Odric is really good, because it can help break stalemates. I guess we take Hangerback Walker and maybe play it. It's not really a mana sink, but it's a solid turn 2 play that can get out of hand very quickly. And once again, Mirror Entity can make that really annoying for our opponent. Especially even in the late game, you can kind of like, oh, you have maybe 7 mana, 8 mana. Your Hangerback just got popped, and boom. Glorious Anthem, not bad. Also, Wolfir Silverheart. I think we're pretty good at this top end. The question is Honor of the Pure just better? And I don't think so, because we have Awakening Zone, we have Hangerback, we have Whisperwood making those guys. That's also a late Phyrexian Arena. I mean, jeez, come on. Yeah, it might be playable. I think if Dictate of Heliod comes back, I'll probably play Dictate over that. But Glorious Anthem is definitely a solid way to make our weenie creatures a little bit bigger. At the same time, it's also not really card advantage in a way, and it doesn't help us win the game. However, if Hero Bladehold makes 2/2s instead of 1/1s, that's actually a very relevant. It also helps put some of our creatures out of burn range. There's Temple Garden, fantastic. So that wheeled, which is really good. So we kind of saw that Stirring Wildwood wheel earlier in pack 2, I believe, and so Temple Garden went in that same pattern. Now we have Thalia or Angel of Sanctions. Like I said, we only have 6 non-creature spells, I guess. So Thalia could be pretty annoying for some strategies. I'll take the Thalia. It may affect our curve, but we'll. Oh man, even Dictate of Heliod came back. So I kind of like the Dictate over the Anthem, just because it's flash and it's +2/+2. I also think because we have such a big top end here that we're gonna be wow. Other non-black creatures you control, and that's actually really good too. But that triple white probably just makes it a little bit unplayable because we want to have double green, double white by turn 4, not triple white. So that's gonna be a little difficult. Again, we get into the part of the pack that doesn't quite do anything. So I think I'll actually cut Lignify. Qasali Pride Mage will be great for the sideboard. Yeah. So 18 creatures, 5 non-creatures. Yeah, I think this deck kind of just... let's see. I think 7/7 can be just fine, right? Yeah, we have a lot of... we mostly need... very few spells need... yeah. It's tough. I think we can go 7/7 though. And then we can save the deck. And then I'll see you guys in the very first round. So stay tuned for that coming up very soon.